Hello, my name is Ayla. Welcome back to my series of short films that are analyzing pieces of environmental media to distinguish whether or not they are effective at spreading awareness and what strategies they use/could use to improve. This is video number 2, which focuses specifically on movies/films. These are generally the most effective way at spreading environmental awareness, I think, because either it's a documentary, which shows a lot of real pictures and videos and gets professionals and experts to speak on the topic. This also gives them about 2 hours of dramatic cinematography that really shows the intensity and importance of that specific topic, at least if it's done well, and it should include tons of factual information, not usually opinions, even though they are sometimes biased. This also runs the risk of people only watching if they are already interested, as documentaries are sometimes seen as unentertaining. Or it's a fictional narrative that has characters and a storyline with some deeper meaning that would hopefully reach the viewers and inspire them to take action on that topic. This also helps the audience because it allows them to relate this to their own life and create a deeper connection to the issue. The risk with this is that the message could be lost and it could simply be seen as entertainment. For the good example, we are looking at An Inconvenient Truth from 2006, which is a very popular documentary that helped to shift climate change into a mainstream discussion by presenting scientific data in an accessible and emotional way. It includes graphs, historical records, first-hand photographs, and interviews with climate experts to support its claims and demonstrate the seriousness of rising emissions. What truly makes it effective is how it personalizes environmental change, showing how everyday actions contribute to warming trends and environmental decline. The film not only informs, but also motivates viewers to take political and personal action, which is one of the main goals of environmental media. For the bad example, it shows Cowspiracy from 2014. This is a more controversial film because it attempts to reveal how animal agriculture drives deforestation, pollution, and greenhouse gas emissions, but many environmental experts and organizations have criticized the film for exaggerating its statistics. The documentary frames its narrative in an accusatory way that focuses on scandal rather than balanced research, which damages its credibility. Although it successfully grabs viewers' attention and creates emotional responses, its tendency to oversimplify environmental systems causes many people to question the accuracy of the information. Because of this, the emotional impact does not translate into large-scale support and instead creates skepticism, making it overall a weak model for reliable environmental education. So, to go over these two generally, the first one uses a lot of facts and expert opinions. It is a documentary, so it kind of is more leaning towards people who are already interested in the topic, because not a lot of people go for documentaries just as a movie to watch, but it did do a lot for the environmental cause because it was all about facts. The second one, it chose a topic that is generally accurate, like animal agriculture is bad. It does create all those issues. However, they over dramatize the facts, and that usually scares people off because sometimes they'll use like fear tactics instead of like emotional trusting tactics, because fear grabs attention, as I said about the second one, the bad example, and then it also leads to like scaring people off from the topic and them not trusting anything, and then they don't trust one piece of media and they don't trust any piece of media because of that. So that second film really had a bad impact on the public's perspective of environmental media as a whole. So yeah, this is the end of the second video about movies and film. There are tons more good and bad films. Those are both documentary types, but there are a lot of fictional films that do a really good job. I did not include the fictional films because that's a lot deeper, because those ones, since it's like a narrative, they have the deeper meaning. Like Don't Look Up is a good example of one that did pretty well, but then some people completely missed the meaning of like climate change and environmental awareness, and what they were just thought it was a really good, interesting film to watch. So that is the risk with the narrative films, which is why I chose just 2 documentaries instead, but there are tons of good ones, so I would recommend looking into that. Next video is social media campaigns, so I hope to see you there.